historic deal to prevent a government shutdown later this month. President Biden hailing the 10th hour tentative deal as a positive step, keeping the government running, of course, very important in this election year. Scripps News congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed joins us live from Washington with what we know at this hour and the work that still remains to get this done. Good evening, Nate.
Well, this is effectively a step away from the possible shutdown. At the same time, there is a lot of work, like you said, Alexa, that still needs to be done. Leaders, though, on both sides of the aisle hailing this agreement, saying it is a crucial step forward. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries saying in a joint statement, quote, "The bipartisan top-line appropriations agreement clears the way for Congress to act over the few next weeks in order to maintain important funding priorities for the American people and to avoid a government shutdown." At the same time, Speaker Johnson also touting this deal, which he was a major part of, saying the agreement today achieves key modifications to the June framework that will secure more than $16 billion in additional spending cuts to offset the discretionary spending levels. He also stressed, however, and this is an excerpt from a Dear Colleague letter he sent out to House Republicans, while these final spending levels will not satisfy everyone and they do not cut as much spending as many of us would like, the deal does provide us a path to, one, move the process forward, two, reprioritize funding within the top line toward conservative objectives instead of last year's Schumer-Pelosi omnibus, and three, fight for important policy riders in our House FY24 bills. So basically, this is a top-line agreement. What we're looking at here is lawmakers have said, okay, we now know how much we're going to spend in 2024. We're already in 2024, but they still need to work out funding until September of this year. So they're going to work toward that. With this agreement, it puts them a step closer, a step further away from a possible government shutdown. But look, the details still need to be figured out here. These statements are largely congratulatory. They're kind of smoothing over some of the issues that congressional lawmakers are going to have in upcoming weeks. Already, the House Freedom Caucus coming out with a statement saying that this is a bad deal. They're not a fan of it. They don't want to support it. That's roughly 25 or so House Republicans who've effectively made clear they're not going to vote for this. So we're a long way from avoiding a shutdown, Alexa, but at the same time, this was an important step forward to at least get toward the possibility of avoiding a shutdown, which could happen, the partial government shutdown, as soon as January 19th. That's the date that Speaker Johnson set before the holidays to fund the government through. A full government shutdown would then occur on February 2nd. That's that second date, kind of cascading deadlines here. At the same time, a step closer to preventing a shutdown, but this is procedural. We're nowhere near actually being able to say for certain, I won't be here talking with you about a government shutdown in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, as we have learned, we can never say never here, but as you said, an important movement forward for all of this. Scripps congressional correspondent Nate Reed, thank you for joining us this evening.